Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're doing very fabulous. So today I'm going to do a comparison video of the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar palette with their Cosmos palette. I have done videos on both of these palettes. I'll link them below. But here, let me show you these real quick. One of my subscribers, her name is Linda. When I was doing the first impression video on this, she said that it reminded her of the Cosmos palette. And I was very inspired. I was like, I'm going to do a comparison video. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to compare these two palettes. But before I get right into everything, my name is Carrie. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you like my content, give this video a thumbs up. It will really help out my channel a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you. And for those of you already subscribed, y'all are amazing. You're wonderful. You're the best. So thank you very much for your support. Now, when you look at both of these palettes, I mean, your eye immediately goes to that shimmery blue in this one, and then that shimmery blue here. So, and then also the pink as well, the two pink shimmery colors. Now, this palette, very, very cool toned. This one's more neutral, and you can tell now that you're looking at them side by side that there are some warm shades in here. So I'm wondering how close of a comparison look I can get with these palettes. All right, so I'll go with the Sugar palette first, and I'm trying to make it different from my first impression video, but the problem is that I used all of these like pastel cool colors in my first impression video. And because it's a smaller palette, it's kind of like what you see is what you get. Like there's not going to be a lot of diverse looks. But anyway, all right, let's just go for it. If it's similar, it's all right. All right, I'm going to go into this shade. Now, this particular palette does not have actual shade names. They're just numbers. So this one is A2 that I'm going into, and that one's a matte taupe beige with sparkling reflex. And I'm going to start that in my crease, and I am going to work it upwards. I do really like this shade a lot. I did use it in the previous video. It's very pretty. I love taupes. Very, very pretty. I just wish they didn't have any sparkle in it. I don't like my mattes having any kind of extra goodies in them, I guess, so to speak. I don't know, I guess you could put it that way. It's just like if it's a matte, just leave it as a matte. No reflex, no shine. Oh, that's so pretty. How about we just go into the darkest shade in this palette? This one is C3. It's a matte deep charcoal brown. And I'm going to be real careful with this. And I'm just going to kind of gently sweep that on the outer edge of the eye and start to kind of carve out an outer V. All right, let's darken this up. Now that we've placed the shade, let's darken it and bring a little bit into the crease. Oh man, you guys, my eye is so dry underneath my eyes right here. So if you see any kind of like loose skin, or I tried to fix it, you guys. Sorry. It might look ugly. Now that I mentioned it, you probably wouldn't have even noticed it if I didn't mention it. Okay, that's beautiful. All right, let's blend these two shades together. I'm just taking the first brush I was using, which is a Refer 16, by the way. Ooh, beautiful. Gosh, it's so beautiful. I love the taupes. All right, now okay, I'm forced to go in a certain direction. All right, so I'm going to take my glitter glue. I'm taking NYX glitter glue. Oops, let me clean my finger up. I'm just going to put it on my lid. Putting it on the lid right here, inner corner as well. And I'm just concentrating it on the inner lid and middle lid. I'm leaving the outer V area open. And I do want to add a little bit of glitter glue underneath the lower lash line. So I'm going to do that with a brush, a flat brush, to apply the glitter glue versus my finger, because my finger's too big to fit under there. All right, I'll put glitter glue here. And since the glitter glue is still a little wet on this brush, I'm gonna go into this purple shade right here. It's a shimmery purple. This one is C1, metallic icy purple with sparkling reflex is how it's described. And I'm gonna take that underneath the lower lash line. Super beautiful. It's very, very pretty. If you like a lilac purple, it's real pretty. Oop, I think I got some in my eye. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's go in with this icy blue shade right here. Now this is a sparkling blue with duochrome reflex. And this shade is B3. It's pretty bright, but it's really beautiful. I'm going to put that all over my eyelid, and I'm just going to stamp. Oh, what happened to my nose here? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, oh, all right, hold on. All right, anyways, if you see my nose darker there, you know why. I put makeup there by mistake. I'm going to bring it in my crease as well. Wow, that's so beautiful. Gosh, it's so beautiful. All right, now let's just tap that out right here. I'm just blending right here, just blending out the harsh line. Gosh, that's so pretty. Such a beautiful blue. All right, now I'm going to go into the pink shade. This one is B2, and it is pink with duochrome reflex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small fluffy brush. I'm going to go into it. I'm going to put it in my inner corner, and I'm going to bring it up in my transition area. Okay, it's chunky, so we got to be careful with it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's bring it up. Oh, look at that pink. Oh, that is so, so beautiful. Let's add a little bit to the inner lid. Ooh, that's so pretty. All right, let's kind of clean it up a little bit. A little bit of fallout, but it's coming off of my brush is really what it's doing, even though I put that glitter glue there. Ooh, that's so nice. Okay, taking the first brush I was using, I'm not going to add any more, but let's just I just want to stamp just a little bit. All right, let me see if I can clean up the fallout. Okay. Maybe it helped. So the brush that I had the lilac on, I'm going to try to put some of that on the brow. Actually, let me add a little bit more. Let's try to add some of that to the brow bone. Let's see what that does. Ooh, that's pretty, huh? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I think, do I want to do any more with the eye? No, I don't. I'm not. I'm going to take my Pacifica brown eyeliner in fringe. I'm going to tight line the tops and the bottoms. And then I'll move into mascara. It's beautiful. That is a very, very beautiful. This palette, you guys, if you like cool tones and you like sparkle, this palette is awesome. It really, really is good. I was impressed. My first impression with this palette was super impressed with it. Oh, I forgot my mascara. Looking for mascara, so I'm going to go in with the Essence Princess Lash Mascara, one of the best drugstore mascaras on the market, in my opinion. Okay, guys, that eye is done. I try not to go too heavy with the mascara because I really want you guys to see the eyeshadow when I do show you the final look. So I'm going to move over to the Cosmos palette. But before I start the eye, let me swatch. So in the Cosmos palette, this one's called Super Cluster, and then this one's from the Spice palette, or I'm sorry, from the Sugar palette. Let me show them to you up close, because now you can really see the difference. Now this one is a duochrome bluish green with multi-dimensional sparkle. And then of course, this one was the sparkling blue with duochrome reflex. Let me kind of show them to you. Oh yeah, you can definitely see a huge difference. All All right, so now let's go into the shade right here in the Sugar palette. Okay, that's that real sparkling pink with duochrome reflex. And then the next one that I find could be equivalent is this one called Orion in the Cosmos palette. And that one is metallic icy pink with gold sparkle. Okay, now those look similar, more similar than the blue ones. And the blue ones did. Let me show it to you in different lighting. Yeah, the blue ones for sure look very different. The pink ones are subtle. There is a difference, but it's just it's a subtle difference. Then the last one would be Supernova. And that one is considered duochrome pink lilac with multi-dimensional sparkle. And then this one from the Sugar palette is a metallic icy purple with sparkling reflex. So let me show you these. Yeah, definitely can tell a difference. And then here's all of them again. So here I'm just in little different lighting to show you. Okay. Gosh, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to do my best. Let's see. Proof is in the pudding. Sometimes on the eyes, you really can't tell a difference because it's such a small area. But you know, when you're swatching on your arms and things like that, it can be very different. So the shade that I feel would be the closest to the transition that I used over here would be this one called Space Dust. And Space Dust is a matte sandstone. So I don't know if it's going to be cool, if it's going to be lean warm. Oh, when I put it on my eye, it's leaning warm. Yeah, now that I'm seeing it. It's a subtle color. I'm having to really build it up, which is a good thing. Sometimes building up is better than having to take away. Okay. All right. That's very, very pretty. And so the next one that I feel like could be equivalent to this, dark shade here in the Sugar palette would be this shade right here called Dark Matter. And that one's a matte black violet. All right. So let's take a clean brush. Let's go into Dark Matter. Let's see if we can pull this off. I am going to use the mirror from the Sugar palette just because it's easier for me to hold this little palette. Just place, and then I can start to blend it out. Oops, I almost dipped into this one, but I caught myself. All right, going back into Dark Matter. I'm adding a little bit more. It's soft, so it blended really nicely. All right, so now let's go in, let's blend these two together. Man, that Dark Matter blended really nicely. I thought it was going to be difficult to use, and it did take me a while to build it up as well. I probably cut the video, but just an FYI. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly like I did with the other eye. Oh, I don't have another real flat brush in here. All right, so I'm going to have to improvise. Oh, no, wait. Nope, I have more brushes right here. I'm going to add a little bit of a glitter glue to it. I'm going to put it underneath the lower lash line, and then we'll go in. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Supernova shade right here. And let's put that underneath the lower lash line, similar to how I did it over here. Trying to keep it the same. Yeah, this one definitely got some pink to it, which is It's a pink lilac. So yeah, of course you would see that. But gosh, it's so pretty though, you guys. It is so pretty. Okay, let's add glitter glue to the eyelid. Okay, so the glitter glue is added to my eyelid, my inner corner, but while it's kind of drying down and getting tacky, I'm gonna take the brush that I use underneath this lower lash line and I'm gonna do the brow bone, similar as I did with the other sugar palette. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, now we got to get into the supernova. Oh no, this is called super cluster. I'm sorry, you guys. If I called it supernova, I'm sorry. It's super cluster and duochrome bluish green with multi-dimensional sparkle. Gosh, I can't stop looking at this eye. It's just so sparkly and beautiful. All right, moving on. Move on. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the green. You can definitely see the green. Let me keep putting it on and then I'll bring you guys in. All right, let me bring you in a little bit. Definitely see that green shift in that shade right there. Okay, so now let's get a brush. I'm gonna go in with Orion. I'm putting that in the inner corner because I feel like that's the closest to this shade right here from the Sugar palette. And yeah, I'll just use the Sugar palette to, it's easier for me to hold. Ooh, so pretty. The Cosmos palette has a little bit of metallic finish to it with sparkle in it, but you can definitely see the metallic in it. Whereas more so the Sugar palette, I'm noticing comparison, it's more sparkle, less metallic. Man, that's really pretty though. Both eyes really pretty. Okay, so now let's go back in and let's just kind of stamp out, blend out. One thing's for sure, both palettes had a lot of fallout, but that's what Anastasia Beverly Hills do. They are the kings and queens of fallout. Okay, so definitely right off the bat, the shades that I use on this side, little less sparkly than the Sugar palette, but I'm not mad at either side. I think both sides are really, really pretty. All right, so let's finish up the eye. I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner and I'm gonna go in with the mascara. Okay, guys, the eyes are done. I think they're beautiful. Each palette is unique in their own way. But before I show you the final look, let me finish up the rest of my face. I think I'm going to go in with a darker blush. I was debating, should I go light? Should I go dark? But I'm going to use the NYX Buttermelt blush. And this one's in Butter Than Before. Super intense. So I want to be really careful. They're super pigmented, but the nice thing about these is that they're so easily blendable that it's like just the easiest blush to use. Stunning. So beautiful. All right, other side. Gorgeous. I'm going to stop there. Now, do I want to highlight? Oh man, I'm debating. Why not? Why don't we highlight? I'm going to go in with my Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This one's in Be My Highlight. I feel like these eyes can handle the extra glow. So pretty. All right, very good. Let's go in with lips. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible in Spicy Blush. So beautiful, so beautiful. Gorgeous. This is one of the most gorgeous lipsticks on the planet. All right, I do feel like my blush is a little loud, especially on this side. So let me grab a clean brush. I'm gonna kind of blend it out just a little bit. I don't know if it's doing anything, but just let my psyche believe that it is. Okay, let's spray the face real quick. I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Vitamin C. It's a travel size, that's why mine's a little small. Okay, guys, it's time for me to show you the final look. So remember, this side is the Sugar palette, and then this side is the Cosmos palette. Okay, guys, these eye looks are complete. That is doing a comparison of the new Sugar palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills to the Cosmos palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I do think that both palettes are absolutely beautiful and they are very different. You can definitely see the richness in the Cosmos palette, whereas the Sugar palette is a lot more spunky. It's a little bit more fun. It's a little bit more bright. It's vibrant, hence the pastels and the cooler tones, whereas the Cosmos palette is a little bit more, it's got more warmer tones in there, and it's got a little bit more metallic finish to it. But I do think that if I was going to go for something like every day, I would go with the Cosmos palette. The Sugar palette is more for like special occasions and you just want to get spunky, you know, and have something super fun and very sparkly. Whereas the Cosmos palette is a little bit more, I don't want to say mature, but it's a little bit more richer. It's a little bit more deep. It's a little bit more appropriate for every day. My opinion, you guys, my opinion. So let me show them to you side by side one more time. And I love both. I have to say, I'm really glad that I bought this Sugar palette. I'm really enjoying it. Even though I don't go for a lot of the pastels, but I do think that pastels have their place and they're just, it's a free for all. With pastels, you can do whatever you want. And it's like, oh, it's a pastel look. So you can just do whatever you want with it and make it look as crazy as possible. But this offers very beautiful sparkle without going way over the deep end, you know? But the Cosmos palette is one of my favorite ABH palettes. I just think that it is just really nice for every day. It's rich, it's deep. It does remind me of looking up at the sky. So Anastasia Beverly Hills did a great job. They are one of my favorite high-end brands as far as their formulas go and their color stories. I'm just always going to like them. So anyways, hope all of that made sense. Linda, thank you again for the suggestion. I had a ton of fun comparing these two palettes together. And thank you for the excuse to pull the Cosmos palette out again. So you guys comment below. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.